Ubisoft is going all in with the next Assassin's Creed game, and there's been a couple of speculation going around that basically states that Ubisoft is currently making multiple Assassin's Creed games. Not one, not two, but they are now focusing on multiple different Assassin's Creed games, which we're going to be getting back to back in the coming years as well as in 2022. Now, starting off with the first big announcement that Ubisoft just made a couple hours ago, they basically stated that Watch Dogs Legion is no longer going to be supported by Ubisoft, which means that the last update for Watch Dogs Legion is going to be the last online update that you're going to be getting in coming months. And after that, Ubisoft is going to completely stop the production or any kinds of updates or whatever for Watch Dogs game or any other Ubisoft games in general. And they are now focusing more towards Assassin's Creed content, because it seems like Assassin's Creed is what's making the most amount of money for Ubisoft, and that's what they're going to be focusing on, especially now since they're releasing a live service game which is going to be coming out next year most likely, which is Assassin's Creed Infinity. And along with Infinity's development, they've also released Ezio's trilogy for Switch platforms, which means that they're now focusing not only on the basic consoles as well as the PC generations, they're also trying to conquer Ubisoft titles on the Switch platforms. We now have an Ezio trilogy that they have just released, and it also seems like we have a couple of speculations which basically states that we're going to be getting an Assassin's Creed 1's remake, or it is also going to be a remastered version. This could be any of one of these both. But as far as what I think Ubisoft would most likely be doing is they would rather go for an entire remake of the first Assassin's Creed game rather than kind of giving us a remaster version. Because if you take a look at the first Assassin's Creed game, I don't think it's even worth remastering that game, because the controls and everything is basically different from what the current generation games are basically handled. So that's not going to be the case as far as what I think. So if Ubisoft is trying to recreate the first Assassin's Creed game, I think it's going to be a complete remake with the brand new engine that they're using for Assassin's Creed Valhalla and most of the RPG titles. And I really hope that they don't make the remake version of the first Assassin's Creed game as an RPG title, because that's the last thing I want to be seeing for the upcoming Creed titles. And especially since these games are old school and it brings back some crazy memories, I don't want to see these games getting spoiled with RPG style. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys think that the remake for the first Assassin's Creed game should be made as an RPG or not. I want to know all your opinions, because your opinions does matter and Ubisoft does read the comments, which means that the amount of votes that you guys are choosing, whether you want to see an RPG styled Assassin's Creed game for the future, or you want to see more of a linear types open world kind of an old school Assassin's Creed format, but at the same time kind of add in a very slight flavor of the RPG system, but then not too much like what we see with Valhalla as well as Odyssey. And let's even consider Origins though. None of these games were even related to any of the old school Assassin's Creed titles, even though the story was pretty good. But still, I think they could have done better if they stuck a little bit more towards the linear and not go all in with the RPG style. So let me know what your opinions are. Do you agree with me? I would love to read every single one of your comments. And apart from that, lads, we're also going to be getting 3 different upcoming Assassin's Creed Valhalla's DLC expansions, one of which is already announced, which is Dawn of the Ragnarok. And after Dawn of Ragnarok, we're going to be getting 2 other updates, which is going to be a huge expansion. And after that, we're going to be entirely done with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. There's going to be no more updates. So after Ubisoft is completely done with Valhalla, I think they're going to be moving on with most likely by releasing a remake of the first Assassin's Creed game. So that could be a good way to start off the new generations of Assassin's Creed titles when they're going to be releasing Infinity, because Assassin's Creed Infinity has been something that the entire community is really curious to see what Ubisoft is working on, especially since it's a live service game. And they have said that they're going to have different eras, different seasons that they're going to be including in this one Assassin's Creed game, which is going to last forever. So there is going to be no more Creed games. There's only going to be expansions, DLCs, and stuff like that. That's going to make the game look a little different and give us new content. Now, apart from this, lads, Ubisoft has also confirmed previously that they are working on an online Assassin's Creed game, which means that it's going to be an open world online title. Now, we don't know how things are going to work out, and yet Ubisoft hasn't really given us any further details about this online version of Assassin's Creed game that they're working on. As far as what we know, this is everything so far. They haven't given us any further details. So, of course, as soon as I get any of those informations, I will, of course, be the first one to update you guys with all of those informations right here on this channel. So make sure that you guys go ahead and subscribe to this channel and turn the notifications on, because if you don't turn the notifications on and set it to all, then the broke YouTube platform, they just don't send you guys the notifications of my daily videos, which I upload every single day. So make sure you guys subscribe and turn the notifications on and set it to all. And like you guys already know, I love to keep all of my videos as short as possible without really having to drag my videos all the way to 10 minutes long for those juicy ad revenues, even though the ads are real good. But still, I'm just trying my best to keep videos short and also keep you guys informed. That doesn't really waste a lot of your time. And since YouTube algorithm does not support the short content because it does not generate good ad revenues for them, that also means that your support for these videos, if you guys drop a like and show your support to us content creators for making these short and on to the point videos, that would absolutely mean a lot to me. And this does help out the videos as well as the channel. So please just take a few seconds of your time and show your support. That would really mean a lot to me. But that being said, lads, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.